What's going on, everybody? It's Virtual Handhelds 24. Don't have too much time because I gotta get ready for my other job, and I just got off my my first job. But this just came in the mail. Oh my god! It's the Switch 2. As you can see, everything's still downloading. Just want to do like a quick first impressions, especially compared to the original Switch. So the other day I had the other Joy-Cons on here, and even not this one, but this one, it's kind of loose. And with those other Joy-Cons, they're like on there secure. With these, there's less wiggle room. I mean, you can, I want to say after time, the connection will get looser. Like this one, I can move it already. And this one's a little more sturdy. But this one I can move, kind of. It's hard to say, but I mean, they're on there pretty secure. So I'm not going to go over too much of that stuff. I got it charging, but it's got 95, should be fine. So what's cool about this, because I looked up the battery specifications, I know I got to do something to the battery to get it to work correctly, or it's going to drain faster than it's supposed to. It did update automatically. Just do this. So, you know, it's a Joy-Con bigger than the old Switch, we'll just say that. And it's just a little taller than this one. There's not much difference. It is bigger. However, the screen, like I turned on the light and it's already like dimmed. Oh. Crazy noises this thing makes already. So that's this. We'll turn it up max. But as you go max, because it's a LCD or IPS, whatever, you can see the brightness going through the black. So it takes away, and I'll show you an example. Because I know everyone's going to get this regardless, right? But it's better to just witness what you're getting. We'll go here. Wait, where did I pass it? Oh, brother. Oh, I'm in system settings, that's why. Oh wait, no, I know how to do this. There you go. So this is max brightness. So even though it goes through, it's LCD, I noticed on my OLED that at max brightness, it's a little brighter, but the darks, even though it's OLED, doesn't look as dark as this. So they did something to it, which in my opinion is pretty cool. So screen, don't worry about the screen. I do have the Switch 2 dock. Like, let me see if I could just move it. It's gonna be over here. Like, there's my phone, and it's hooked up to the monitor. So that's a 120 hertz OLED, I don't know, 3K monitor I got off of Amazon. So that's how we'll be playing the Switch. I mean, obviously I'll play it like this too, but I'm not going to focus too much on the system because, again, you get what you get. The game will work, and as you can see, the two Zelda games are already being updated because I got the membership. But I don't plan on me buying Mario Kart World anytime soon, because that's just too much money. And with all the stuff I bought recently, it's just not possible. I do have a case or two I got off Amazon too. I ordered the D brand case. I got this one too. I don't even know the name of it. It's on Amazon, but it was like 20 bucks, I think. So let's see how that fits in it. All right. Ooh, that lip is tough. Hold on. I don't want to put it in not as gentle as possible. Jesus. There we go. Okay. So with the case, this is one of the cases I got. It's, I guess, more enjoyable. I don't know. There we go. I was wondering like what's going on here. Yeah, you got some grip over here, so it's the same thing like the other case that I pre-ordered. It's got kind of like a grip thing going on over here, so you have something to hold on to. Makes it a little more enjoyable. What I can say, these Joy-Cons, like, they're terrible, you know, but they work, right? So these Joy-Cons are very similar, except they're smooth. There's no resistance, it's smooth, but it's the same type of travel. It's very, like, flick, just like these, flick. But they are very smooth. Now, people were saying that the rubber, as you can see right there, they were saying that some of their units, their Joy-Cons, were getting caught somehow with the rubber lip right there, getting caught on here, which was causing it to, like, once it happens, it's, the rubber is, like, I guess, gonna be messed up that way. Like, it's gonna be bending up instead of, like, around. And if that does happen, then you're, like, screwed, even if you try to fix it. So we'll see how that goes. Calibration, I don't know. I haven't done anything yet. I'm still downloading stuff here. It feels a little heavier than the Switch. It's just bigger, but again, I mean, with this case, it's heavier now. It's not a Steam Deck heavy, it's not a PC handheld heavy, but it's heavier than the Portal. But with the grip and the size, like my thumb, again, I don't have huge hands. My right thumb, which is always the problem, depending on how they design the layout for the right joystick, it's okay. It's better than it was, so it's a little more comfortable. I will say that. What else? Here, let me take this crazy case off. Okay. I will give it that. Once it goes on, it does not want to come off. That's pretty good for Amazon. What's the other one? Oh, this Wackadoodle one. Probably not going to use this. I also got this case too. I'm not going to put it on because this one's even heavy, more heavy duty. And it's got like a kickstand. But the grips on the back are way more, like this is going to be a lot heavier because the kickstand that it comes with. If I could like somehow, I don't know if I have to, is it just like, no, it's solid. If I could take the kickstand off, then maybe, or I just might wait for the other case to come in. But same kind of concept, you could take the Joy-Cons off like that if you need to disable them, or take them off to do whatever. Yeah. Got a couple screen protectors as well. But, so this is a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So when you take off the Joy-Con, the hold is really strong, don't get me wrong. So when you push, you gotta push this hard. Alright, Tears of the Kingdom. Now, this is my Tears of the Kingdom for my old Switch, hopefully. And we'll load it up, but I had all this stuff because of the dupe glitch. And I never updated the game because I wanted to keep all the crazy stuff I had in that game. And I'll show you if I still have it. But we'll do a comparison. Play this game, you'll need to first load a virtual game card. Say what? Okay, we're just gonna cancel. Whatever, I have it like on every other system to emulate. Alright, let's see what this game's all about now. Yeah, whatever. Sucks, man. I had all this crazy stuff. Let's see if I still have like 5 Master Swords. Probably took them away. Oh no, they're still there. Look at that, boy. Ooh, boy. Okay. So I duped this sword a million times. Well, not a million. A total of 5. I thought it was 5. Maybe 4. Is this the regular one? I can't remember. Well, this is fused with the Lion Horn. That's why it's 85. And then, which one is this one? Frost Thunder is my favorite right here. So it's an unbreakable, and then on top of that, it's got the fuse. So right away you can tell, I mean, yeah, it looks amazing. Can't really, you could just tell. And it's great, and it's awesome, and it's cool. We've been trying to do this on emulation for the longest time to get it to run like this and look like this on these other Android handhelds. And now that we have it, it's like, eh. Only because, like, you know, I've already beat this game a few times. Yeah. Let's see how long loading takes. Alright. Alright. So I'm assuming this is 1080p but 60 frames. And you could, yeah, you could tell it's 60 frames. Look how smooth that is. How do I jump again? There you go. Wait. Oh, I don't have my back buttons. Okay. So we're gonna run and jump. Alright. Yeah, I have those fairies too. Yeah, it's gonna run even better down here because there's less to, because of the ceiling, because down here it's more enclosed, it's not completely open. Oh. So yeah, right there. So as I'm running, and my right thumb will hit this because it's bigger. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna play this and it's gonna collect dust. Because there will be other games that Nintendo comes out with that I will want to play, but to replay these games, I mean, we'll see. It's just the Donkey Kong game, okay, that looks kind of cool. Mario Kart World, if it was maybe 60 bucks, but it's just, I'd never really bought any of these games at full price, so it's always a sale. I think Tears and Breath of the Wild were the only games I paid full price for, and I just upgraded them for free. But again, who hasn't played these games? Like, Tears of the Kingdom I can understand because that's fairly new. But Breath of the Wild, I mean, I don't know. So yeah, pretty dang cool that this game works so well now. I don't really have anything new, plus I have other games that I showed off on the other Switch that are not on here that need to be downloaded, or on other SD cards that, well, again, will need to be downloaded because, yeah. However, turn that off. On the back, I told you guys about, I'm not going to take it out because it's in there, but that's the On brand from Walmart, the micro SD, and there's 512 gigs of storage on there, and it was like 30 bucks. Just look on walmart.com. It might be in stock. I got lucky. I had a 256 and it popped up, so I snagged another one. I don't even know if I, yeah, so it does read it. I didn't even check this yet. I was gonna check this, but this is not enough. Maybe if they come out with a terabyte, and that's gonna be probably expensive, you'll be all right, because now we're gonna be dealing with PC / slightly less size PC games that are gonna be on here. So storage is gonna be a huge problem. But it is cool that this system can read these Express SD cards. We need to get a new handheld that can read Express SD cards, or can read speeds higher than 100 megabits, and use those Express SD cards. That will be something crazy, because then we could put all our PC games on a micro SD card and then have more room for internal storage, and then really be good to go. Not have to choose, like I'm choosing all day, like I gotta move this game, gotta delete this game, gotta move it to my hard drive. It's terrible. But yeah, other than that, I think it's cool. I got something else coming in tomorrow, which I think will be, my personal opinion, will be as cool, if not cooler. I mean, don't get me wrong, this thing is awesome. And like I said, we'll be, docking it in there as I just smash it. I mean, it's a big tablet. That's all I gotta say. It's big. It's like thicker. It's almost, no, it's like almost, it's a little thicker, about the same size. I forgot the measurements, but I know it's just about the same size. You can charge it up here if you're in tabletop mode. You gotta charge it down there. But yeah, what I did find out is that you can use fast charging, because it comes with a 60-watt charger, but I've been using a 65, 68, 65 fast. Like these are the PC chargers I got with the PC handhelds, and they work just fine. I didn't see anything bad about using those kind of chargers to charge the system. I do have a 65-watt charger connected to the dot instead of the 60-watt charger, just because the thing, I don't know why they made the system the way they did with a 60-watt charger, because the system needs so much power to output the, the 4K or whatever, the higher resolution and all that your system doesn't really charge while it's in docked mode. And I don't want to jump to one of my 100-watt chargers to connect to the dock, because I think that'd be overkill. But I'm gonna see what my 65-watt charger can do while playing with this thing later on, because I don't have time today. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. But if we get the right voltage going where you can charge it and play those games, I mean, that's ideal. Just don't want to blow this thing up, And I know it's got like a little over, 5,000 milliamp battery in here, which sucks. Like, what are you thinking? Of course it's going to have like terrible battery life. But anyways, there's something you're supposed to do by holding this power button down and one of these or both these down to go into, I don't know, the root menu or something, and then you gotta just do something to restart it, and then the battery is better, I guess. I'll have to do that tomorrow, because again, I have no time. But the good news is the screen is good. these joysticks are bad, but if you don't get one that's messed up, they are very smooth. And they are bigger. So it's very, very smooth. Like there's no resistance. There's a little bit bounce back right there, but there's nothing. Super duper smooth. And it's crazy because, again, like I showed before, it's got that lip, you know? And it's already happened to a few people, so I'm getting worried. But thank God for third parties, right? Because the first thing I'm going to do when someone creates it is get alternate Joy-Cons. Because why would I use these? They're cool, and the mouse mode I'm sure is cool too, but I rarely ever use these. You know, they look cool and it is what it is, but I never really use these. I always use alternative Joy-Cons. And I'm gonna do the same for this. I just hope that a third party comes out with a stronger magnet, and that the magnet on the rail right here doesn't fail ever or doesn't get weaker over time. I have no idea how that works. And if you wanted to take apart your Switch, this is a sticker. You'd peel it off, and then there's screws there, screws down here, and I think there might be some screws up here. But don't be fooled, that's just a sticker. People are worried about this. It's got a little wiggle room to it. And again, I mean, it's kind of nerve-wracking, but if you dropped it at the right spot, you could damage it, but since it's so deep in the system, it's pretty safe. I mean, the screen and everything, like that's what you worry about, but if this like got snapped off, that's it. Just be in dock mode using a controller, that's what I would do. But yeah, I mean, it feels good. I take it back about the wiggle. I don't feel any wiggle. Can I rip the Joy-Cons off? I'm gonna do that probably in a month or two. Not today, but I'm sure I could just rip it off by pure strength because it's just a magnet. So, but it's a good one. And the kickstand, it's, you know, kind of flimsy, but it feels like metal, but might be plastic. It's cool that it does that. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I barely ever use the kickstand, but since it's so big, you know, if I'm playing a game or showing it off, I don't know why I would do that because I got the OLED screen and the dock right here, but if I had to, I mean, it's neat that I could do that right there. There's something about the old Switch that I'm not going to get rid of or sell because I don't know. The OLED just, I mean, the bezels are so small. It is OLED. The screen doesn't get that bright, but bright enough. These Joy-Cons, if they just made a Revision 2 or Hall Effect, by Nintendo, that would be cool, but, there's always third parties, so definitely still keeping my old Switch. I was more impressed with Switch 1 than I am with Switch 2 because of all of these things and expectations, but we'll see. More to come, games are going to be coming out, Nintendo exclusives. We'll see how long it takes, and by then, will there be a revision of this already, like the version 2 with a better battery or an OLED? I mean, they already announced that down the line they're gonna be the manufacturer's gonna be making OLED versions. It's just like, God, Jesus Christ, money down the drain, right? To have this to play, to know that you're gonna upgrade is kind of ridiculous, to a point where you can just about guesstimate how long you can hold on to this device until you get the newer one. And hopefully, besides the screen, they'll maybe do something internally to make it better, such as battery, or maybe like something to increase performance. Not that this thing is not capable, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna upgrade, make it substantial, don't make it overpriced. I do feel like for $500, and since it's Nintendo brand, this is worth the money if you want this. And I'm gonna not lie to you guys. If you're holding off on getting this, that's fine. I completely get it. But just know that with the whole thing with the way the prices are going, it might get more expensive. And I know that's messed up, but it's true. Like the Legion Go S, the ROG Ally X, all these all these systems that were like ROG Ally X came out last year and it's still $800. It hasn't gone down in price. In fact, it's going up in price. And they reached out to ASUS about it, but they had no comment. The Legion Go S was supposed to be, the SteamOS was supposed to be $50 less. The Z1 Extreme was supposed to be like $100 less. No response from Legion about why the prices they went up. I mean, the systems already came out, but so in PlayStation and I think Xbox for sure announced that their systems are going up, even though no one's getting it. And that handheld that's coming out, forget about it. That's going to be over $1,000. And don't bother with the white version. I think that's going to have a chipset weaker than the Go S version that I had that I returned to Best Buy. I love the form factor, but the chipset alone wasn't enough to keep something that cost $600 at that time. And that version of the Xbox is probably going to be more money than that at a discount, so forget it. And the Z2 Extreme is probably going to be like over $1,000, just like the Legion Go 2 Z2 Extreme with the OLED screen. At least you'll get an OLED screen and the Z2 chip, which I'm sure will be great, but it's not going to be cheap. And it's, again, something that you may want to buy because it'll last longer because the prices aren't going down. They're just sustaining, if not going up. But with this, if you can get it for the retail price, which is like $500 or $450, then get it, because it's only going to go up in price, and nobody really wants to get it anyways. So there's that too. And there's like no games. So again, this will probably be collecting dust because I don't even use my Switch anymore. Even with Switch 2 games, I'm all about the emulation game. But I did want to show it off. I did want it. I wasn't checking the order updates every day though. I'll say that. I was like, oh yeah, it's coming. And then showed up today. I was like, oh yeah. And then I was able to set it up faster than I thought it would take. And then here we are. I made a video about it. First impressions. So first impressions, takeaway, these joysticks, they're not the best because they're still flickers, but they are super smooth. And as long as that rubber thing doesn't get flipped or get like messed up, then you're good to go. But it is a situation. Oh, someone's calling me. Let me just mute that. So I'm gonna cut it short. I probably gotta take this call, and then plus I gotta get ready for work. So if you made this far, thank you again so much for watching. Keep your eyes out on the Switch. I'll probably do something else with it. Leave a comment if you want me to test something else out. I mean, my games are still downloading, but I'll do a comparison if you want, if I figure out how to do that with the other Switch. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm satisfied. Don't get me twisted. But I think tomorrow will be more interesting than this. And that's, we'll see. Maybe not equally as interesting. We'll say that. But stay tuned. Thank you again for watching. You guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Take care.